Hey everybody, so today I'm here to do a baby prep video with you guys. Today we are going to be getting all things ready for exclusively pumping. And I'm going to be washing and sterilizing, organizing, all of that good stuff for today. And this is actually flip-flop with a video that I wanted to do. I was going to make this one wait, I guess is what I'm saying. I was going to do this more last minute because I am having a scheduled C-section, so I figured it could wait. I didn't want everything to kind of sit out and, you know, any longer than it needed to. However, at my 36-week appointment, I had my midwife check me because I have been having irregular contractions and also cramps. And I am 1 centimeter dilated and 50% effaced. That was at 36 weeks. So I'm 37 and 1 now. I have another appointment in just a few days, so we will see how that is going. Hopefully we can just stall that out for a while. But hearing that let a little bit of nervousness set into the room, and for that reason I did want to get this stuff done. I do have an idea, thanks to one of you guys on Instagram, that'll keep it from like getting dusty or anything for a while. But I feel like this is my biggest thing left to accomplish with baby prep stuff. I did have another baby prep video I was going to do, but honestly all of that stuff, it could not get done until we were home with her, and it would be just fine. So for that reason, it'll just wait, and you guys will see that video later on. This one needs to come sooner because it is also a lot larger. If you're new to my channel or my videos, I have exclusively pumped with both of my older daughters as well. With my oldest, Sophie, I did it for about 10 months, and she got frozen breast milk until her sister was born when she was 1.5 years old. And then both of them got fresh milk because I was an oversupplier. And with Remy, I went about, which was my youngest for now, and I went about 1 year and 10 months with her. So I am going to be nursing at first and transitioning into exclusively pumping. That's how I do it. That's the way I like it. If you've got any questions about exclusively pumping, any other videos that you'd like to see on it, I'll link my playlist below. I've got several. So today is all about just getting ready. I've got a lot of pumps that need to come out of boxes. I've got a lot of pump parts and bottles and everything to kind of sort through. So that'll kind of be the first part of this video, is I need to get things out of their boxes. I need to sort through things. I need to look at what I want to keep versus what I don't, you know, stuff like that. And then the second portion of this will be me cleaning everything and then sterilizing and then putting away. So this is going to be an all-day project, and you guys are going to come along with me. I will probably be speeding up a lot of clips. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so we are in Lexi's room, kind of, makeshift room. We don't know if we'll even be in this house by the time she actually needs a bedroom of her own, but this is where we are storing her stuff. It's also where her dresser is, so, but it's slowly become like everything else too, keeping our stroller in here, my desk, stuff like that. But these two bins are from up in the loft storage. That one probably looks familiar if you've been around for a while. That was on top of my fridge, and it's what I kept the majority of my pump parts in. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to stick it back on top of my fridge, just as like an overflow storage type of thing. This is, I don't even know, guys, so we're going to look in there. And then that's all the stuff that I have to unbox. And then I also have this drawer. There's pretty much all breastfeeding stuff. So I've got breast milk storage bags over here, but I'm not going to bother with that. That'll be its own thing when the time comes. But right here I do have stuff to unbox and wash. And I also, while I'm thinking about it, have a few pacifiers to clean too. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, these two things I need to go through pump part wise and bottle wise and decide what I'm keeping, decide what I'm not. I've got a little pile of older stuff that needs to be washed, put away, put aside. I need to find my Motif Duo. That's the one goal of this video. I thought it was sitting underneath my desk. The box is not here. So, gonna need to find that because I love that pump. And then I'm gonna go through and unpackage this stuff. After we get done unboxing, we'll go ahead and sort through. what I did is I kept all the pumps over here, and the pumps themselves, tubing, manuals, and parts that did not need sterilized are all staying in the boxes. I can only use one pump at a time, so it's easier for me to keep them in their boxes, so that way I know what goes with what, and that way they're not getting dusty or anything like that, just sitting out. I put both the Amita Maya and the Maya Pro in the bag together because they both fit in there. And then I've got my Pump and Style Advanced, and I have my Lansino pumps in my bedroom. I also went through my travel bag and I took out stuff that needed to be washed. I put in a bra that had already been washed. I put my Motif Duo, I found that. I put it over there apparently at some point. So he's sitting down there. Does need charged up though, so I've got that going on. And just, I don't know, the stuff that I know that it's clean, and there's enough in here that if for some reason I need to pump while we're out and like I don't have enough time to pack a bag, this will get me through a pump session. So there we go. And then I did create piles. I have Amita needs to be sterilized, Motif, Bella Baby, Mommy's Tail, more stuff to kind of put away. Both of these things, the Lavi breast massagers and the little buds, need to go to my room for my pumping station. I also need to get these massagers charged up and ready to go. But this stuff either needs to be put away or it needs to be washed. So that's that pile. I've tried a lot of bottle brushes, or at least I did when I was breastfeeding with Remy, and this was my favorite with her. It's soft enough to where it doesn't spray water everywhere, but it also does a really good job of getting stuff off. I don't know why the camera just wanted to focus on the car seat, but this is a good little guy. So that's all stuff that, like, obviously it's staying. It doesn't need to be sorted. And this stuff I put in piles so I could keep it separate and know what goes with what, because honestly a lot of the pump supplies looks the same. So now all that's left to do is to just sort through this stuff. Okay, so it's been a couple hours later. I've had lunch. My family is home. Well, they're now outside playing, but I am back to working on this, and I've kind of got it separated into some piles. Back here, I'm going to use that tote that I said sits on top of my fridge as a place to put the stuff that I just need to wash. I know everything that I put away when I weaned was sterilized, so I don't need to re-sterilize it. Washing it will be just fine because it has been in a covered tote the entire time. So that is just washing stuff. This pile over here is bottles that I am going to keep out for hopefully feeding. And then I have a small pile right here that you can't really see, but these are for storage bottles. And then on this lid for one of my totes, I have all of the brand new stuff that needs to be both washed and sterilized. So I'm now about to go through this giant bin and kind of separate all this stuff into piles that correspond with this. And also I will be putting stuff back in here because I know there's some stuff that I want to keep just in case, but I'm probably not going to use, so I'm not going to worry about washing it and stuff. I will explain what that stuff is and why when I get to it, but for now, let's go ahead and sort this. So everything is now situated and kind of organized. Next step will be washing, but this is wash and sterilize because it's new, just wash because I've sterilized it before putting it away. Fridge and freezer, bedroom, storage, putting my Hygeia pump and also my Medela pump and style back in here because really don't think I'm going to reach for them with every other pump that I have going on. Put my Motif Duo stuff away. I did get a set of connectors and bottles, but everything else I just put in there because I have a lot of extra. This is all extra pump parts. This is all extra feeding bottle parts. And then these are feeding bottles that I'm not going to put out unless she won't take what we are leaving down. So I've got Ma'am, Komotomo, wide Dr. Brown's. As far as feeding bottles go, I have my Juvie Boob glass bottles. And then I also have the Boone Nurse. These are the two brands that I'm hoping she likes one of them. But if not, I do have glass Dr. Brown's. I have plastic options Dr. Brown's somewhere in there for storage bottles. And I did also keep one of these little guys. It's just a little 2-ounce Dr. Brown's bottle. It already has a preemie nipple on it, so it's ready to go with their slowest flow. That way, if she does not take anything else, I will try this. And of course, I do have these in case she doesn't take the other ones as well. But that is everything. I'm going to move this stuff to the kitchen and start washing. Alright guys, so it is a new day. I could not get myself to go ahead and get all that done in one day. I was too exhausted and I just kind of wanted to spend time with my family. So for that reason, we're picking it up today. But I've got everything pretty much set up, ready to go to start getting this done. Over here I do have my Boone drying racks next to my sink. I do need to get a mat to go underneath here. When I was exclusively pumping last, I just used dish towels, which is perfectly fine, but I would say to have your own dish towels just for being underneath here. I also have to hand wash all of our regular dishes as well, and I let them air dry on dish towels over on the other side of my kitchen, and I was using way too many over here, and it was making it difficult to also get regular dishes done. So for that reason, I either want to get a silicone mat to go under here so I could just wash it off and dry it off whenever it needs it, because that's the thing. No matter what you put under here, you do need to be washing it fairly regularly or it's going to get moldy, it's going to get gross. Whether it's fabric, silicone, whatever. So make sure you keep that in mind. But I could also go with a couple of microfibers, and I say a couple because if it's going to be fabric, I want to have 2 on hand. That way when I'm washing one, because I want to wash it with bleach every once in a while, I can have another one to actually, you know, be under here being used. So not sure what I'm going to go with, but we'll see. This is the soap that I use. I started using this at the end of my journey with Remy, and I really like it. I know that they have specific bottle soaps, and I used to use those too, but they are so expensive compared to this. This does a great job. It gets all the fat off from breast milk bottles, pump parts, everything. It's unscented. It's just really great. And this whole, obviously, big container that has 25 ounces in it cost me like no more than $3, I think, at Walmart. And then I've got my bottle brush right here. I think I'm going to start with this first because I will just kind of dump all of this in the sink, and then I will put this lid over here and kind of be putting it back on. I don't know how this is all gonna work. I have a small kitchen, so I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. And then I will bring it over here, start sterilizing it, and then I can transfer it all to this area. I just took a bath towel and laid it down because it's going to be wet and there's a lot of stuff, so my bath towels are way more absorbent than a bunch of little kitchen towels. So that way I can do that, and then after I get done with that, I can wash these, and a lot of that could just stay over in this area since it doesn't have to be sterilized. So hopefully that made sense. Let's go ahead and get started because I also have regular dishes to get done, which are over there. So let's do this. Alright, so finally we are done, at least with the washing part. So I've got everything that just needed washed over here, and then over here everything's pretty much dry, but it does need a little bit longer. This is all the sterilized stuff, so it's been sterilized, and we just gotta wait for it to dry and then we can organize it. Alright, so I finally got everything all finished. As you can see, the drying racks are completely cleared off, so is the side of my counter. But I did this really late last night, like 12 o'clock at night. I couldn't sleep anyways, so I just went ahead and got it done. This was my plan on what to do. I put a lot of it into gallon baggies that I can reuse because none of this is obviously dirty. But this way they're not sitting out, they're not getting dusty for the next couple weeks, and they're all just kind of put away in their own thing. So as far as pump parts go, I separated them by brand. So this is Mommy's Tail, this is all the Amita stuff, that's the Baby Bella, back there's Motif, and I used the manuals to make sure that I was getting the right parts to the right pumps and everything. And then right here I have some extra parts that I need to order things for, because going through all this and cleaning it showed me what replacement parts I need for something. So that's what that bag is. And then right here I have 2 of my Lancino bottles, like setups ready to go, and then 2 feeding bottles, and the rest of these are all feeding bottles. So a couple Boone, couple Juvie, and then back there it's a couple more Juvie, all of the silicone sleeves that go on them, the Dr. Brown's and the Nano BB. So I've got all of these just kind of ready to go. And then I did get this container ready for my bedroom, living room. This is like my portable pump station kind of thing. There will be a video on what's in this all by itself. And then this is the storage that I will continue to use for on top of my fridge. Like I said, I bought this years ago from Target. They don't make it anymore, but I will try to link that Walmart version because Walmart does have a bigger version of that. And I think it would do pretty good too. And I'll actually link you to Michael's as well, because Michael's, the craft store, also sells them. Just make sure you're not paying a ridiculous amount, more than like $7, $8. So up top here I have the lids for the storage bottles that I have. My Hygeia orange adapters, which these work on the Lancino pump to use standard bottles, if you didn't know that. So I'll leave a link to that below. I've got my 21mm flange. I've got Lancino connectors, Motif connectors, all ready to go. I've got one more pair of 21s over here, but the rest are 24s. I'm usually a 24 right after delivery because I'm so swollen. And then as my journey progresses, I get down to my 21s. And then down here, I just have the storage bottles that I'm going to use. And I have the big ones underneath, well, mostly underneath the little ones, so you can see there's bigger ones down there. But, you know, when I'm first starting out, this is definitely what I'll be using. There's only one Lancino, the rest are pretty much standard, and then I have 2 of the ones that fit my Motif. And that's about it. I mean, that's what I'm going to keep on top of my fridge, although right now I'm going to go stick this in Lexi's room because I don't have any spare room on top of my fridge. I will put all of the pumping stuff with the pump that it goes to, and the reason why I stuck Lancino with the feeding bottles is because my Lancino Smart Pump is what I'm going to start out using. I got a brand new one through my insurance because it was my favorite pump last time around, so I'm kind of relying on that one, testing out others. If I rely more on another one, then obviously some of this stuff will change, but this is how I'm going to do things for now. Yeah, so I finally got it all done. It was tedious. It took a few days, and I was exhausted after every single day, but I'm really glad that I did it because everything's now situated and ready to go. I know no matter what pump I'm using, I'm ready to try it out. I'll just grab whatever, you know, corresponding bag, and then I can go ahead and pump. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me getting all this done before baby gets here. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.